Hello lovers of Barbie, miniature, home decor, and all things Miniverse. I'm of course Daniela, and welcome back to Club Indulge. Today's video is going to be a little different because we are actually closed due to renovation. The renovation we will do first, and then second we'll get into our MGA Miniverse Happy Hour series. I am so happy to be able to open as many of these capsules today as possible so that we can perfect as many drinks as humanly possible. So let's not waste any more time and let's get into our renovation. To complete our renovation, I had to call in our handyman, Devin. Thank you for being here, Devin.
Oh, no problem. I'm always happy to help.
So to complete our renovation today, we purchased these Gloria wine cabinets, or wine rack cabinets, sorry. And we are going to build out this very lovely pink cabinet that comes with the Gloria set and see how it looks in our display or in our club. So let's get to opening so that we can see exactly what comes in the set. I purchased these two wine rack cabinets with the purchase of my Gloria bar, but they were packaged incorrectly so that we ended up getting the wine rack way after we got the bar. But it's no problem. The Amazon seller was very accommodating and we ended up getting our two packages that were supposed to come. And as you can see, each Gloria wine rack comes with 12 actual carafes, as they're calling them, or as we like to call them, wine bottles or champagne bottles. And they come with wine glasses and champagne flutes, and they also come with two very nice ice buckets. And here is a better look at the set. There are two different sets of wine carafes. There is an A set and a B set. So that is the reason they give you two packages if you buy this from the same Amazon seller that I did. Out of the box, this is what the set looks like. In our white box behind our carafes, we got all of our mini pieces to create the shelf. So let's get these pieces out and the instructions, of course, because I have no idea how to put these together.
Well, that's why I'm here. I'm going to put it together.
Oh, of course, Devin's going to put it together. The set comes with one page of instructions, and the instructions look pretty straightforward.
I'm pleased to report that the pieces that go into the cabinet are all numbered and labeled, so they line up perfectly with the picture. And yeah, so I'm just putting in our 1A, 1B, 2A, and 2B pieces into our base component. Now we're going to put in our actual holders for the carafes, which are these little clear circle pieces. Let's do that. Now we slid in our clear circle pieces, which are, like I said, going to hold our carafes. Let's get to putting in the next piece, which is the top bracket for the second shelf.
All right. Devin just had the hardest time putting those pieces together.
Yeah, but it wasn't the easiest thing. Every time one piece went in, another piece popped out, and yeah, it's a lot.
Okay.
Now we're going to add on our 3A, 3B, 4A, and 4B pieces, along with the back piece for the top shelf. So let's do that now. Now we've put our 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B pieces on. Let's now put our back panel and the side panels to be able to create our shelving unit. It's important that you put the glass side panels into the rails that hold them before you do anything else, because if you don't, they are not going to go together. Next, we slide in our shelf from the back before we put the back panel on. So we put our back panel on. We are almost finished. We just got to put these doors on and then put the top on, and we're done. And now our cabinet is finally done. Now all I have to do is put together the second one. As you can see, this is a very well made cabinet. Loving the little glass doors, and yeah, that's gonna be nice. Second one was a lot easier to put together, but I definitely want to indicate to everyone that when you're putting the top of these cabinets on, you don't want to push it down too far, because if you do, you will not be able to open your doors.
And now, as you can see, our bar setup just got a lot larger. And I have to say, I am very happy with the way it looks. Thank you so much, Devin. And now that our bar setup is installed, I can completely say that I am happy with this setup. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's just the right amount of another added bonus to our set? Let me know. Now let's take a look at the bottles that came in this set. I am very pleased with the amount of bottles that we received, but they are not completely finished. The bottom of all of the bottles is open. So I don't know why they chose to leave them open, but it doesn't really hurt the look of it. You can't really tell once they're sitting on something. But if you hold it up like this, you definitely see that you are not a completely closed bottle. But I'm happy with it. Let's take a look at the glasses. And as we can see, none of the bottles are an actual brand. They are kind of cheater brands, I guess, because they kind of use the name of a real bottle, but not exactly, I guess, for copyright reasons. But I can say that with the exception of one bottle, I am completely satisfied with the appearance of these bottles. One bottle, though, of course, has a label that is illegible. And now let's take a look at this very nice ice bucket that comes with the sets. The ice is actually made into the bottom of the bucket, which is super cute, and that way you don't have to worry about losing any of your ice pieces. I had created or repurposed material to make my own ice bucket, which is significantly larger, and I can't say that I'm mad at my ice bucket. It is actually the top of a Dove soap bottle, which is kind of different, but I will empty it out and show you exactly what I mean. I simply flipped it over and closed the cap, and now we see that this is an actual top to a Dove bottle. It is so important for me to always be conscious of things that are around my house so that I can figure out new and exciting ways to use them so that we don't add to landfills. What do you think of this one? Let me know in the comments. Now we're flipped back to a ice bucket, and the ice that's in the bucket for my makeshift ice bucket is actually little ice crystals that came with a light from the Dollar Tree. So it came with, I don't know, a few pieces of those little ices, but I cannot find them. So I'm not mad at the fact that the new ice bucket has ice made into it. As you can see, now that we have our new displays put together, I am going to have to put all these bottles away. So let me do that, and then we'll be right back. Now let's take a look at the Group A bottles. In this set, we got more wines and champagnes, which is definitely needed in a bar scene because people love bubbly, especially when they're celebrating. In this set, we were fortunate enough, because we got two sets, to get 8 wine glasses and 7 champagne flutes, which are definitely necessary for any bar. You need as many glasses as you can because no one wants to have to wash glasses. Now, let's get into this mini-verse Make It Mini happy hour. And let's see if we can find any noticeable marks so that we can see if our pinhole cheats are correct. On this specific capsule, we see no mark so far, but I know that I saw one. There we go. It's right there by the martini shaker. So let's open it up and see what we get. Layer 1 down, and we notice when we get that first layer off that we see 21 plus happy hour all over this little capsule. I love the artwork. It is so cute. And let's get this next layer off so we can see what we get. Layer 2 down. Now before we get into what was in our capsule, let's take a look at the collector's guide to see what is available in this series. We have, I believe it's 12 drinks that we can collect. We've already opened 3, and these are the rest. Very cute. All of this series is absolutely adorable. The representations or the items look like what they're supposed to look like, and yeah, very happy with all that I've seen and all that I've received so far. So let's get into our drinks of the night. So guys, we have received the Mai Tai, and if you recall, the pinhole for the Mai Tai was right next to your martini shaker on the wrapper. So if you see a pinhole there, you're gonna probably get the Mai Tai. And in the Mai Tai, we are getting 2 very nice glasses that we're gonna take a closer look at. A bottle of Mai Tai mix. We are getting our tiny twist, which are some orange slices and some cherries. And we're also getting ice cubes to keep our drink nice and cool. We are getting straws and 2 coasters, and we're also getting our usual tongs to help us in our preparation, and 2 balls to go on the bottom to keep your capsule from falling over if you want to use it as a display. So let's get those glasses open so that we can take a closer look. And as you can see in this set, we get 2 hurricane glasses. They are so nicely made. I love the shape. I honestly wish that Miniverse would come out with a vase that is in this shape. I think that would be like totally amazing to be able to make like a flower arrangement and have them in these kind of vases. So Miniverse, if you're listening, you know, let's get some more vases that we can make our own displays in. Let's get some more home decor items. I would absolutely love that. But today, let's get into this Mai Tai. And and we can also see our cute oranges and our very adorable cherries. And the ice cubes are nothing to slouch at either. I love Miniverse's commitment to detail. It is probably one of the most detail-centric companies that I've ever seen. Let's make this Mai Tai. Before we begin our Mai Tai preparation, let's look at the steps to complete it. We first pour our Mai Tai in, we add some ice, we add our garnish or our orange slices, then we're going to add some cherries, then we're going to add more Mai Tai mix, and then we need to cure, and we are done. So let's do that. Let's start by putting some of our Mai Tai mix in our hurricane glass. Now let's add some ice to our Mai Tai mix. Now let's add some cherries. I personally am never mad at a drink with a cherry in it. Let's add more Mai Tai mix, and I think we are about done. And I have to say, I'm loving the way it's looking. Put our cap back on our resin or our Mai Tai mix because we don't want any smells that's going to cause any kind of illness or problems. We don't want any of those. Now let's take an orange twist out of our teeny twist jar so that we can cut a corner out of it to be able to put it on the side of our glass. Let's cut our little triangle out of our wedge so that we can put our garnish on our cup. Now let's place our tiny twist in our tiny twist tray that we repurposed from an old bento box in our last video. If you haven't seen it, check that out. Last but not least, let's place our orange wedge as our garnish on the side of our hurricane glass. Now remember to give it a cure for 5 to 10 minutes in either UV light or in direct sunlight. And now we have our finished Mai Tai. And I have to say that I am in love with this drink. It is so vibrant looking and it just reminds me of a tropical vacation. So let's get into our next capsule because we have 2 more drinks to get to. Now let's place our Mai Tai mix on our shelf along with our other drinks from the series. I am so in love with this series. I think that all of these miniatures are absolutely adorable and very necessary for your bar setup. Now let's take a look at capsule number 2. Upon further inspection, we can see that if we look very carefully, right by the blue Hawaii glass, there is a pinhole. So let's see what we get when we find that pinhole. Layer 1 down, we have got the Cosmopolitan, which is a drink that is very near and dear to my heart. It always reminds me of Sex and the City, and that show was definitely one of my favorites growing up. Yeah, I don't really know which character I identify with, but I can say that maybe I have a little bit of all of them. I think we all, if we think about it, have a little bit of all of them if you're true to yourself, because we all want to be a good girl like Charlotte. We all want to be ride or die and strong like Miranda. We all want to be creative and a free spirit and kind of take no prisoners like Carrie. And of course, you want to be take no prisoners, know your worth, and confident out the ass, excuse my language, like Samantha. Because, yeah, to be able to do some of the things that Kim Cattrall had to do in that role, yeah, she definitely had to be a G. And I understand completely, even though it makes me mad. Like, every time I watch the new series, and Just Like That, which is kind of bananas that they named it that, and Just Like That, I'm kind of like, damn, like, we need Samantha back. But I think about it, like, Kim Cattrall don't want to keep showing her body at her age. Like, that's rough. Like, yeah, women as we get older, we kind of like, yeah, I'm good with myself, but I don't know how everybody else gonna be with me. So, yeah, I feel you, Kim Cattrall. I love you dearly. I wish you would come back and, be Samantha a couple times. If you and Carrie Bradshaw, you and SJP, Sarah Jessica Parker, have beef, then definitely stay away from each other. Like, they could shoot you like they did Martin and Gina back in the day. Like, Martin and Gina back in the day, like right before Martin ended, they had a lawsuit. And this is history. If you don't believe me and you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. The reason Martin ended was because Gina, or the woman who played Gina, Tisha Campbell, she had a lawsuit against Martin, and they couldn't even be in the same scene together. So if you look at episodes right before the show ended, they were never in the same room. So come on, Kim Cattrall, we need you back on the scene. We need you back on the set. Get on it. We need, even if you and SJP can't be in the same scene together, we need that. Because these Cosmos is making me very nostalgic, and I might have to go watch an episode or 2 of Sex and the City. The ones, of course, with Samantha in it. Anywho, and let's stay on task. I just had to put my little bid in there. I've been feeling that way for a while. I had to get that off my chest. Love Sex and the City, the old version, new version, I'm good. Yeah, loving the addition of all of the women of color and women of various backgrounds, because, yeah, the show was a little vanilla back in the day.
in New York. It's definitely a melting pot. So yeah, we definitely needed a little bit something extra swirled on in there. They did that pretty good. And shout out to my fellow Baltimorean, Nicole Ari Parker. I love you. You are awesome. I'm giving shout outs to all of the beautiful women of Sex and the City today, and just like that too, because yeah, like all of y'all are all the business. I'm a little bit mad that Naya, I think it's Naya, is not returning. Yeah, that's a little heartbreaking, but love her. She was cool. They tried to make her the low-key Samantha. They tried to make her, and also the lady who plays God, her name escapes me right now, but I love her character. Gosh, she was in the Kama Sutra. And that's a real throwback for you. But yeah, I love her. She's awesome. I love her character. I hope she ends up with somebody good this year, because she definitely needs a love interest. Well, not needs one, but like, it would be nice to throw her that bone. And just like that. So back to the topic at hand. God darn it, I can't stay on task today. Cosmopolitans. Child, stay on task. Okay, here we go. Cosmopolitans in the Happy Hour series by MGA. Not HBO, MGA. We are getting a very nice Cosmopolitan bottle. Cute, pink, love it. Giving me definitely Sex and the City vibes. Yay! Then we get these 2 martini glasses that we're going to get out the box very soon. But I said it before, I'll say it again, love this packaging. IKEA, you do it for me. This gives me IKEA vibes. I'm feeling it all the time. Definitely love the shaker. Need that in our bar scene. And I don't know about you, but I like my martini shaken. Shake it, baby. Shake it. Stern, how disrespectful. We also get these teeny twists, which are some very cute limes. We will take a closer look at those in a little bit. I don't know about you, but I am definitely impressed by all of the glasses that I have come across on this series so far. They have been spot on the way that they are supposed to look. And yes, I am extremely happy with even the smallest details that Miniverse offers in this series. Let's take a look at our trusty bartender's guide and see what our recipe requires. So I made this little book, and I have to say I'm quite impressed by how it came together. There are 4 steps in completing the Cosmopolitan. You basically just pour the mix into your glass. You cut your garnish slice or your lime, and then you're going to cut your wedge, place it, put it out in the sun, or cure it with your UV light for 10 minutes. Because this recipe is so simple, I figured I would actually explain to you how to make an actual Cosmopolitan, because that's a lot more interesting than watching me pour this little bit of mixture into a cup. So, to actually make a Cosmopolitan, you will require, in my case, because I love Tito's handmade vodka, some orange liqueur, fresh lime juice, cranberry juice, and a lime wedge as your garnish. So, to create your Cosmopolitan, we're going to add all those ingredients. We're going to add 1.5 ounces of your Tito's or your vodka. You're going to add 1 ounce of your orange liqueur. You're going to add 1/2 ounce of fresh lime juice. You're going to add 3/4 an ounce cranberry juice, and you're going to add those to your shaker. I have them right here in front of me. As you can see, I have my vodka, my cranberry, my lime juice, and my orange liqueur behind the shaker.
And how many of you knew that that shaker actually opened? I was quite impressed when I saw that, because I'm thinking, oh, this little shaker is just, a top or bottom. Cool. You don't even really need it for the recipe. It's all for the looks. And thank you so much for the look, because it is doing it. But if we wanted to be accurate and actually do something in this case, let's make a real cosmopolitan and let's have a few sips of it if you are able. If you are responsible, if you are of age, do that. Because it's almost the weekend, and yeah, I like to have a little sippy sip every once in a while. And if that's your way to relax, everybody's got to have a way to relax. Find your way to relax if you don't have one.
Then you gotta shake it, baby. Shake it. Shake it. Don't stir it.
Little bartender's hack. You want your drink to be cool or chilled, but you don't want to dilute it with ice? Put the ice in the cup and let the ice cool the cup down before you make your drink. If available, put your cups in the freezer and let them chill that way as well. But this is the simplest and easiest way. Let the ice cool the cups down and then dump the ice out right before you pour your drink in. That way you're getting nothing but alcohol. Now, once you dump the ice out after you've prepped your cups by chilling them, you're going to take your shaker and pour in your drink into your cups. But because this is the mini verse, we are now going to use our Cosmopolitan vodka resin to complete our drink. So let's pour that into our cups. And now, after curing, we have our completed Cosmopolitan. And I think Samantha and the ladies will be very happy to drink this. I know I'm definitely going to be happy too. This last recipe that we're going to complete this evening is actually not a surprise to me, because I was unable to find this capsule on my own. So I actually traded this capsule with a good friend of mine by the name of Gloria Mermaid. She has a channel, and if you have not heard of her yet, check her out. She is a very funny lady, and she's very sweet, and we have traded quite a few things at this point together, so that we can try to complete our collections. With the recall and with things being unavailable, it's good to be able to have another option as to how to find these capsules. So she was actually able to find some capsules in her area that I could not find in mine. So, that's always another option. If you can find a person that's trustworthy and that you can swap with, it's another option. And let's get into it. So this capsule is actually, let's get it open. With the help of our friend Gloria Mermaid, we were able to get the Blue Hawaiian. And I am so happy to get this miniature. I have been hunting for this miniature, and I have not been able to find a happy hour capsule in quite a while. So, thank you so much, Alora, and let's look at what we got. We got the Blue Hawaiian in the adorable, and I mean so detailed, pineapple. We got our pineapple tiny twists. We got our so cute little Hawaiian cups or tiki cups. They are so detailed, but you can't really see it. Hopefully once we put our mixture into one of our cups, we'll be able to see a little more of the detail. We get some ice. We get those very cute umbrellas that I can't wait to get my hands on. And we get some straws to be able to get them out of the cup. So let's get to opening so that we can get this thing put together. Let's start by taking a look at our instructions to make the Blue Hawaii. We are going to take our cup, we're going to add some ice, we're going to add our Blue Hawaii mix, we're going to add our straw. Then we are going to add our garnish and our umbrella. We're going to cure for 5 to 10 minutes, depending on whether you put it in the sun or whether you use your UV light. So let's get into it because, as always, we have no time to waste. Let us get started by adding our pebbled ice to our cup. The actual Blue Hawaiian drink was developed in Honolulu in 1957 at the Honolulu Kaiser Hawaiian Village, now known as the Hilton Hawaiian Village Waikiki Resort. The drink was tried in a few different variations, but the creator, Harry Yee, eventually settled on a drink that featured rum, vodka, blue curacao, pineapple, and sweet and sour mix. So let me tell you the proper amounts of those ingredients to make yourself a true Blue Hawaiian in real life, if that's what you so choose to do. Now in our preparation of our mini verse cocktail, we are going to add in our straw and our Blue Hawaiian mix. So let's do that, and then I'll tell you what actually goes in your Blue Hawaiian. Now let's add our Blue Hawaiian to our cup. And I have to say that I like the consistency of this new resin. I wanted to also put on record at this point that it is very difficult, or at least I had a difficult time getting my Blue Hawaiian bottle open. I almost ripped off the top little pineapple part because I didn't know that you had to actually twist the cap off versus trying to pull it off. So be careful when you're opening, because yeah, you can pop the top off and you can definitely mess it up if you're not unscrewing it versus trying to pull at it. Now, it is very important to note that when you're making an actual Blue Hawaiian cocktail, you will need 3/4 an ounce vodka, 3/4 ounce light rum, 1/2 ounce blue curacao, 3 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce sweet and sour mix, and a pineapple for your garnish, and also a umbrella for your garnish. So if you're making the drink, those are the following steps. And so that we can complete this version of the Blue Hawaiian, let's put our garnishes on our cups. Let's add our umbrella and our pineapple slice. Now that we have it out of the package, let's take a closer look at our very cute pink and tan umbrella. So adorable, so many details Miniverse is always giving us, and I absolutely adore it. So let's stick this thing in here so that we can have a completed Blue Hawaiian. Let's take a look at our pineapple. It is totally adorable, and it already comes with a slit so that it goes right on the side of our cup. So let's place that so that we can be done with our Blue Hawaii, and I am so pleased to have this new miniature. And once we've cured our Blue Hawaiian, we are now done. And I have to say I am completely satisfied with this drink. I love the fact that once I put the resin into the cup, we can now see a lot more of the details that exist on the cup. Because with nothing in the cup, you couldn't really see anything. But it's a very adorable miniature, and I am so happy to now be the owner of it. I hope you guys like this content. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we look forward to seeing you again on our next video. Have a great one, guys. And remember, always do your best, even if no one else thinks it's enough. See you next time.